Okay, this is a review of live trading day number 2. And unfortunately, it didn't go real well for me again today. And so let's take a look at why. First thing is, looking here at the pre-market, we can see that there was a big drop in the pre-market, and after that followed a bit of a consolidation area. So right away, looking at this, when I sit down on my computer, I see that momentum is down, and so my initial bias to start off the morning is down. But right here at the open, we can see the market starts to take off. And it doesn't just take off, it takes off with quite a bit of force. And so at the open, we went about 6 points right off the bat. And so I'm watching this, and we've seen this several times lately where it opens up and takes off and really doesn't give us any opportunity to get in. So I'm looking for where I might be able to jump into this. And the first one was this pullback right here, where we could have maybe jumped in. Looking over at the 233 chart, we also see a bit of a pullback right here. So that's 2087 and 2087. So those are the same time period. So that was the first real opportunity to get in. But you know, what's going to happen right here? That was the question. And what I probably should have done is just jumped in, put a tight stop, 3 ticks maybe, and given it a shot to work out. I could have easily grabbed 2 to 3 points off of this, but I didn't. I was a little too chicken. Didn't want to lose on my first trade of the day, so I didn't. I just watched it go on by, and then kicked myself as it took off again. Moving on, we finally got a pullback to the mid-band of the Keltner channel, which is where I typically make my entries. And I saw this pattern emerging here where we saw a run up, then we saw the momentum fading and going flat, and this is a typical pattern of a run and retracement. And so seeing it come back down here, really thought it could pull back deeper, but I'm also at the same time attending an online trading course, and so the instructor here, he was saying, this is a great entry, and yeah, this is a valid entry point, not necessarily one that I wanted to take, and I had decided to pass on it until he said that, and I thought, oh man, I just can't miss another trade, so I hopped in it. Right away, I got in at 88.25, got up to 89.25. Another reason not to get into this was that we were at resistance area here. This particular line, let's see if I can pull up what that line is. That particular line is the prior close. So it shows that this was kind of an area in the market, and so probably didn't want to take a trade going into that, which it promptly bounced off. I did lose my focus for a minute, and I should move my stop in to 3 ticks so that I at least wouldn't have taken a full loss, but I didn't. It came back quick, and yeah, took a full loss, and then it took off again. So it took off with a bit of momentum and came down, pulled back to our mid band, and you know, what can I say? I missed it. I didn't get in right here. Had every reason to. Had momentum on our side. The MACD BBs were below the 30 line. My sine wave was showing a cross right there. I was at the mid band. The momentum line was pointed down. There just wasn't any reason not to take this trade, and I just didn't. After taking a loss right here at my end, and also after having this momentum up, my mindset still hadn't shifted to taking shorts, and yeah, just a rookie mistake right there. Again, we had another pullback almost to the mid band. Again, BBs are down below the 30 line. We're getting a cross right here now. So right at this point here, we're not crossing, but the sine wave is getting close, and we're close to another resistance area, and so there's no reason not to take this. I actually had my order here waiting, just wasn't aggressive enough, and didn't get filled, and it took off again without me. So there I was waiting again for this. Both of these trades would have been great trades. They would have made my day, and I would have been done trading. But instead, I'm still in the market, and it's continuing on. We'll take a look over here at the 233 at that point where it took off, came back, took off again, came back again, and then continued to head down. And what was this run from 185 down to 75? So that was about a 10-point run. On the 233, we did have a couple of areas that we maybe could have jumped into this, but again, I just wasn't being aggressive, just being a little bit hesitant, at taking losses early yesterday, taking losses again today. It's hard on the psyche, and I'm just too much of a rookie still. So finally got another pullback, but again here this was just terrible, a terrible entry, because now we're deep into this move. After a total of about a 15-point run. Now I'm getting into it, even though we're getting a valid entry and at a pullback. Chances are this thing's going to pull back even deeper, and sure enough, as soon as I get in, it pulls back, and I get a full stop, and especially right at this 2080 area where we had seen a lot of resistance over the last week, and again showing some signs of it being an area that the market's respecting. And so it might have been better to wait for at this point, wait for an entry and try and short it here. It still wouldn't have worked out, but might have been a better place to give it a shot. So that was my day. I took 2 trades, 2 full stops, $2 or 2.5-point loss. That is a total of what, $125 that I lost again today. So it sucks losing 2 days in a row, the first 2 days that I've gone live, but I am extremely thankful for the lessons that I'm learning. It's all part of the education. I'm thankful that I have the opportunity to learn this, and I just feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and that there's a bigger purpose, and that there is a purpose for me to be learning to trade, and that I'm taking the time to document these trades and these losses now, because I believe that I will be successful, and that this will be encouragement for others down the road. So there you go. Day 2, kind of a train wreck, but hey, it can only get better from here, right?